Hello everyone, David here and welcome to Btekt. I wanted to do a little video roundup of all the rumours that we've been hearing, because as we draw into the fourth quarter of the year, we start to see the very best from the different manufacturers, and that includes the Galaxy Note 10, the Huawei Mate 30 Pro and the iPhone 11. There is more of course, but in this video we'll run through the very best of them. So if you was thinking about splashing that cash on a smartphone, then you might want to wait a few months because there really is some amazing tech on the horizon. But before we get going, let me say a big thank you to Direct Mobiles. Over 24 years of award-winning customer service. You can compare all of the available deals at the moment with all of the UK networks, all in one place. It's definitely worth a look. Check down in the video description below for their link, or search directmobiles.co.uk. So as I mentioned, there is some amazing tech on the horizon, and let's start with the foldable phones, because we should have seen them already, right? They should be in users' hands right now, and we should have a bunch of reviews all over Btekt. But both the Samsung Galaxy Fold and the Huawei Mate X have been delayed. And although Samsung at least have said that they have fixed all of the problems with the Fold after their failed release of the device earlier this year, they still haven't laid down a release date. There was some rumours that the Fold could be cancelled, but since then Samsung have released details about the fixes that they've made to this device, which include tucking the edges of the non-removable screen protector underneath the bezels to stop users from removing it, which was one of the reasons for the failures that we saw with the screen. Another issue was the hinge on the Samsung, but they say that they've tightened up its resistance to ingress now, so all should be well. As for the Mate X, well, a few weeks ago Huawei said that they were also delaying their foldable device, and unbelievably they put the blame on Samsung, which I thought was a bit strange. I mean, your biggest competitor has had to delay their folding device, and you are poised and ready to take advantage of that, but you choose not to. I suppose that's what you do in this kind of situation, blame someone else, but let's face it, they probably discovered similar problems to the Galaxy Fold and have had to revise their design. According to Huawei, the Mate X is being tested at the moment, and all should be on schedule, but they still haven't given us a release date yet. I'm expecting to see both of these devices at IFA at the Consumer Electronics Show in Berlin in September. So what else do we have to look forward to? Well, the Sony Xperia 2 should see its debut at IFA, which is a little bit strange as the Sony Xperia 1 will have only been on the market for about 3 months, and in some regions they're only just seeing it be released. The latest rumours say that a new and imminent Sony flagship is possibly going to ship with a 5K HDR OLED display. This device has a screen resolution of 5040 by 2160 and is rumoured to be called the Xperia 1R. I suppose this could be the equivalent of the XZ Premium range. Wireless charging is rumoured to be included in this device. For the Xperia 2, the form is said to be slightly smaller than the Xperia 1, and the triple camera array has been moved to the right hand side, which could indicate that we will be seeing a bit of wireless charging in there. Sony also used the event to showcase a more premium version of the mid-range phones, which sometimes don't always make it into all regions. Last year was the Xperia XA2 Plus, which was a metal body version of the XA2 with improved processor and battery capacity. Hopefully this year they will reveal a metal bodied Xperia 10, which hopefully will be a little bit faster. I do like the Xperia 10 handsets, but I feel like they're underpowered. The Note 10 will arrive before IFA. Its summer launch event has already been confirmed, and in my head I always compared the Note series with the Mercedes S-Class. Now stick with me, alright? The S-Class has always been Mercedes' way of showcasing all the very latest technology, and so much tech inside modern day luxury cars first see the light of day in an S-Class. For example, the S-Class was the very first car to ever have air conditioning. The Galaxy Note line literally is Samsung's S-Class, and if Samsung are true to form, this is going to be the most incredible display that we've ever seen on a smartphone. Also, for the first time, they're releasing 2 devices. Note 10 will have a 6.4-inch display. Note 10 Plus will have a larger 6.7-inch display. It's also rumoured that we will see 45-watt charging from this phone. Other rumoured specs are a quad camera system around the back, and most notably on the front, unlike the S10 series, they've gone for a single punch hole, and it's in the centre of the display. As great as the Galaxy S10 is, I have to say that I do find the punch hole a little bit distracting on it. It doesn't really matter what kind of wallpaper you put around it, it's still a big old hole on your display. So this time I expect the hole to be smaller, and placing it centrally gives it symmetry, which I do appreciate. Huawei typically use the Ether event to launch the light version of the Mate series. Last year we saw the release of the Mate 20 Lite in Berlin, but they also announced and gave details about the Kirin 980 processor at Ether. So I'm expecting them to hopefully hold another press conference with details about the Kirin 985. This is the chipset rumoured to be inside the Mate 30 Pro. The Kirin 980 was a big step forward as it was the first Android-based 7nm chipset, allowing for better performance and better efficiency. The 985 designation suggests that this will be an evolution on the architecture, and it will be a competitor to the recently announced Snapdragon 855 Plus. Speaking of the 855 Plus, after they announced it, Btekt leaked some details about their upcoming flagship processor, which is designed to compete with the Snapdragon 855 Plus. They took to social media to say that their Helios G90 chip will be unveiled at the end of this month, saying it will be a genuine contender in the premium end of the market. Btekt processors usually find their way onto lower end smartphone models, so it will be interesting to see how this chip performs. They already produce 5G capable chipsets, so this could be one to watch. And then just after that in October, Huawei finally released their latest version of their top of the line flagship, the Mate 30 Pro. We've seen extensive leaks of this phone already, and we've used these leaks to put together our own 3D model of what the Mate 30 Pro should look like. But since we made this video, we've seen more leaks that reveal what type of notch the Mate 30 will have. Interestingly, the notch will be slightly smaller than the one that we saw on the Mate 20 Pro, indicating that they will be sticking with the sophisticated 3D facial unlocking system, and perhaps even going for a time of flight sensor, which, as well as being able to produce beautiful portrait shots, will also allow 3D facial recognition. With notches seeming to be falling out of fashion, and with the likes of Oppo and Xiaomi producing phones with cameras underneath the screen in the very near future, it could be a hard sell unless the technology inside that notch makes it worth it. We can't really talk about notches without talking about the Pixel. Everybody remembers the bathtub style notch from the Pixel 3 of last year, but this time it seems like Google have learnt their lesson. Well, kind of. The leaks we've seen for the Pixel 4 show that they haven't gone for a notch, but instead have gone for a pretty large bezel with an asymmetrical look, with almost no bezel at all at the bottom, but a huge bezel at the top. It is a strange design if you ask me, but again that could be offset by how much tech they pack into that top bezel. The Pixel 3's massive notch had very good cameras in it with an ultra wide angle lens. I think we can expect to see the return of the ultra wide angle camera and perhaps some kind of 3D facial technology. Around the back of the Pixel, they've gone for a square camera module set in the top corner. As odd as it might look, this means that the Pixel 4 will be a multi-lens smartphone, and although it has looks that only a mother could love, this will be one of the best performing cameras out there. So multi-lenses on a Pixel device is something that fans have been waiting for. And finally, we have to talk about the iPhone. We've seen various leaks over the past few months, which has led us to believe that these are accurate renders of what the latest device from Apple will look like. 3 devices are planned, 2 premium models but in different sizes, and a cheaper version with just a dual camera system instead of the triple. The iPhone XR from last year was definitely the more popular choice than the XS was, and I think this year's R series already has an advantage over the S, as with its 2 lenses, it definitely looks better. The Pixel and the iPhone this year have a very similar design, although it is said that the iPhone will come with a notch, and will most probably see an improved version of their 3D face unlock. But I will be interested to see what kind of performance upgrade the A13 Bionic chip will have over the A12, which is already probably still the most powerful processor that you'll find in any phone. And of course, the controversial triple camera system is sure to be among the very best, so I am actually really looking forward to seeing how well the latest generation iPhone performs, even if it is pretty ugly. The launch event is just around the corner, so we won't have to wait long. In fact, we won't have to wait long for any of these phones. Stand by for reviews and comparisons coming your way on Btekt. If you like this video, then make sure that you hit the subscribe button, double tap notifications and smash the like button. I'll do my best to bring you full reviews of all of these phones as soon as they come out. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. It's at Btekt, or you can add me on Snapchat at david.btekt. Thanks for watching. My name's David. This is Btekt.
It's Arch Bad B.